Shalom, all praises to the Most High. Anoka said, praise be to the earthly mother, the Pachamama, and all of her earthly angels, the Erkadashoi. Praise be to the Holy Spirit, the Kahe, in the name of his only begotten Son, Mouth to the Lamb, unification to the nation. Oh my goodness. Oh man, not again, not again, not again. I wasn't even going to make this video. I was working on one video and then it turned into two videos, and then I came across this while trying to make the second video. So you guys might get 3 videos tonight. I don't know yet, but bro, this is just crazy. I'm about to blow your mind tonight. Tonight is the night. All right, so what we've been going over is the fact that I believe that this land of Argentina was actually the land of Edom that we went through on our way to the Holy Land. I've mentioned this before in other videos because this is Elam, and after we got out of Elam, we went through the land of Edom, right? And there are 12 lakes here, right? And we mentioned we went over the double eclipse that is forming over this land, right? And it just so happens that this comes at the end of these lakes. See, it's not even containing these 12 lakes of Elam. It's from like right here to right here, and the other eclipse, is from right here to right here. And I'm telling you guys, this is the ancient land of Edom. I truly do believe this. Go watch my videos on Argentina, man. I'm pretty damn sure it is. It's not. I'm not talking about like any archaeological like proof. I did a little bit, but from a spiritual perspective, how they treat the actual like Israelites, like the males, they hate our seed line. They hate our seed line. I'm telling you, they do. It's crazy, but either way, there are 2 eclipses that just so happen to form across these exact lands. And maybe I could have added this piece right here, because I don't know exactly where the lands are. So I just wanted to touch on that, right? Now, do you guys remember in Joshua chapter 15 when it was talking about the territories of Judah? Well, we're going to go over this a little bit, and you guys can make your own conclusions. In fact, I will leave my Google Earth in the description so you guys can look at it. You guys can check it out for yourself. And, if you want to add something, if you have something, please email me or leave it in the comment section. Look through the Google Earth. Have some fun with it. Look through these scriptures. This is supposed to be a fun thing. I can't figure this out by myself. I need you guys, man. But this then was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah by their families, even to the borders of Edom, the wilderness of Zin. Southward was the utmost part of the south coast. Their south border was from the shore of the salt sea, from the bay that looketh southward. Now, before I read any more, you will notice something, that the territory of Judah has 4 parts. As the south part, right? As the south quadrant, this shall be your south coast, right? As the north, right? As the north quarter, right? In the north quarter, the west, and the west border was to the great sea and the coast thereof. This is the coast of the children of Judah, roundabout according to their families. And you have the east border, and the east border was the salt sea, right? So you have 4 quarters or 4 borders, right? Now, regarding the salt sea, you'll notice that the salt sea is in 2 of these 4 borders. Let's type in salt sea. From the salt sea, we get the south quarter, right? The salt part of the salt sea is in the south quarter, right? And part of the salt sea is also in the eastern quarter or border, right? Now let's look at the map of the Incan Empire. So you have these four, right? Chi Chen Suyo, Kuten Suyo, Kula Suyo, and Anti Suyo. Now let's look at what these mean. Let's start with the Kula Suyo. This is the southern part. And what does Kula Suyo mean? It means south region. Literally means south region. Each of the four regions which form the Incan Empire, southern region. And it is the biggest region, right? It's the biggest region. It is the southerly region. And when you look at the southern region, is from this is this big chunk. It's a lot of land. Southern region is a lot of land. How much land is this? This is the most land. You also have the northern, right? The north also has a lot of land, as you can see. And the east and the west, they don't have as much land, but as you can see, the west has the least amount of land. Are you following me? The west has the least, the east has the second least, and it's about a tie, or one is more than the other with the south and the north. That's how it is, right? But wait a minute. See this right here? Do you know what this is right here? That's Lake Titicaca. And do you know what regions, according to the Incan Empire, occupy Lake Titicaca? The east and the south. What regions occupy the Salt Sea? The east border was the Salt Sea, even unto Jordan. I don't know what Jordan is yet. I still don't know what it is. It might be the Atlantic Ocean, but I'm not sure. And their southern border was the shore of the Salt Sea. So the southern and the east, right? And you also have Asmon, that sounds like Amazon, unto the river of Egypt. Now, if we could go to the river of Egypt, where it's referenced in Isaiah 11:15. And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, meaning the opening, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in 7 streams, and make men go over dry shod. And when we look at ancient maps of South America, how do they depict this river right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this river is called the Rio De La Plata, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And this is how they paint it. Now, of course, they have more, they have their different interpretations on how many rivers this actually is. I'm not going to get into that. You can look at that yourself. But my point is that the southerly border, it was probably even bigger than this. It probably just went all the way to Uruguay right here. Because it said that, let's go back. It said that it would go even to the border of Edom, the wilderness of Zin, right? I showed you. Where's the border? It was about right about here, about where the green part ends in Chile, right? Where does the southern border end in the Incan Empire? Around the same spot, right? Ends around literally the same spot. Ends around the spot that I pretty much gave. So maybe instead of this going like stopping here, it probably went all the way over here. Unless the Jordan is not the Atlantic, then I don't know what it is. But if the Egyptian Sea is actually the 7-lake river right here, then it would have stretched all the way over here to Uruguay. And then maybe would have came up here back to the Salt Sea. I hope this is making sense. I'm hoping this is not confusing. But I just find it very odd that the Salt Sea occupies both the southern region and the eastern region, and the Incan Empire is the same exact thing. Is that a coincidence? Am I missing something? Am I reaching? Kula Suyo was the largest of the four Suyos, or quarters, the largest divisions of the Incan Empire in terms of area. This Suyo encompassed the Bolivian, I'm not going to read that, and much of the southern Andes, running down into Argentina as far as the Maule River near near modern San Diego, Chile. I don't even know what this is. Could this be the river that it was talking about? In fact, why don't I just look it up on Google Maps? So they're saying that it ran even far down here. We don't know, man. We don't know, but I'm pretty sure that this area is Edom. Just by the fact that they covet this land. This land is like 90+% white European. And all of these people go here. I'm not saying every single white European is Edom, but they're definitely among them. They're definitely in large part them. That's all I'm saying. So that's pretty much all I had for this video. Look into it. Show me, tell me what you find. They even have this part right here, this area. What is this called again? Tawantinsuyo, the realm of the four quarters, or the center of the earth. That's what they call it. This is just a really nice replica of Jerusalem. People still believe this. Okay. Peace be with you. Selah Kalah.